A nomination must be made by a member orally and seconded by another member, and the nominated member must also accept the nomination for the nomination to be valid. Mr. Andrew Wen, I nominate Mr. Jeremy Tam. Mr. Charles Mock seconds the nomination. Mr. Jeremy Tam, do you accept it? Yes. Do we have another nomination? Count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Congratulations, Mr. Jeremy Tam. Elected unopposed. Thank you, members. Members, do we need to elect a deputy chairman? All right, so we have agreed that there's no such a need. Next, meeting arrangements and items for discussion. If we have a meeting on a monthly basis, would that be okay? Okay. The Secretariat would then come up with a schedule of meeting for the current year for members' reference. Items for discussion then. We do have a work plan and terms of reference in Appendix 3 about those that are already set out there. What else do members want to propose? Chairman, I hope members can consider whether we are going to convene a public hearing for stakeholders to tell us things of the utmost concern to them. Because they are the so-called users, they might have seen something that we have failed to. And also in terms of the work plan, I hope something can be done by government departments for us. And that is the enforcement in recent years on industrial buildings. The government used to say that it's a risk-based approach. It doesn't mean that they would take enforcement action in each and every case. They were talking about whether the relevant situation would generate a higher flow of people or whether there are other implications. So we'd like to know how they enforce the new policy on industrial buildings. So this is a suggestion for a discussion on enforcement. Mr. Ray Kwong, this is a follow-up on Mr. Chen Chi-chin's suggestion. In the past, when we helped concerned groups related to industrial buildings, they talk about the fluctuating enforcement standards of the Lands Department. And you know that in some cases, the Lands Department set up a video cam to record the additional number of people going there. And if the number exceeds a certain level, they might not be allowed to continue with their operation. And the department acted on complaint. But this is a rather serious nuisance cost to users. In recent years, the government hasn't done much. Only that recently introduced a waiver fee exemption. So sometimes we have land, and we have the necessary scope for development, but projects cannot be proceeded with. So I would like to have a discussion with the departments charged with enforcement duties. Mr. Andrew Wan. Maybe we need more than one session in our public hearing. I think there should be at least 2 to 3. First, industrial buildings used for non-industrial purposes. And the government would like to make use of industrial buildings for housing issues. Well, it's a wide subject. It's going to, if the discussion may be very messy, and a number of departments will need to attend the meeting. I haven't heard Mr. Andrew Wan. I have this idea. In the past, we will have an agenda item for this subject. Every time we allow some 10 deputations sitting over there just to express their views. Maybe this can be considered. All right. Members have made some suggestions. When I devise the work plan with the Secretariat, I will take on board your suggestions. Certainly, we are going to have a public hearing. The only question is format, how many sessions there should be, and who we are going to invite. Next item. All right. Next date of the next meeting. For the 2 members who have just joined us, do you have any special issues to raise? AOP. Anything under AOP? All right. Meeting's adjourned. Thank you.
主席啊，咁樣咧就我哋。